Fall camp is finally over, and we're back on the Youngstown State Dynasty. I know I was throwing up some meatball subs in the last video, and I'm sorry to Bo, because that is not representative of you in real life at all. Also, shout out to our coaches who found my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. Alright, but we're 1-2. I believe we're 1-1 in the MAC. MAC championship is the goal this season. Playing against Ohio. I believe we are at home, Stambaugh Stadium, so let's get right back into it. Here we go, rolling into Stambaugh Stadium. Crazy side flip there. Ohio coming in. We need this win to go positive in the MAC. We're 1-1. We need the win to go even on our record for the year at 2-2. And we have the first drive of the game. We have to make it the best one that we possibly can. Coach suggestions. Coach knows best, throwing the Reds, and I will not throw any hamburgers for you guys this video. As my teammate Alex McDonald mentioned in the last video, I was throwing up some ham and cheese on rye last game, in the last couple of games there, and I personally apologize to Bo, because that's not a reflection on you in real life. That's just a reflection on I haven't played college football in a while. So we are going to dominate this game. We're going to have this wide open mini post there, almost like a glance. That would be me, Austin Brea, on the reception, and I promise I'm not just targeting myself. That just happened to be the concept. We are going to get our running game established here. Jaden Gilbert, nowhere to go, and that's a loss of 1, but we have never been shy of a little 1-yard loss. We are going to pound it right back at them. There is this almost 6-man box. We should get it blocked up pretty nicely, and he comes off the edge to make the play, which is fine. We have a 4-yard gain. Puts us a little more on schedule. Here we go. Ball in the red zone. Defense got it back to us, I believe. Tahir Mills in the game at tailback. We're going to run this and get a juke to the outside, and couldn't fool the defender. Probably could have just ran past him, but thought he was going to come crash down inside, and a 5-yard gain is very good. That means we should probably run the ball again. So that is exactly what we'll do. Beautifully blocked up front. Stiff arm from Jaden Gilbert, and he'll pick up a couple of yards. He has 4 rushes for 52 yards already. Let's keep the train going. We're going to go to the double tight end side here. That's me and Alex McDonald out there leading the way, and I believe that double team should have gotten to that backer. We cut it back. That's a couple more yards. And here we go. We're going to go with a motion toss. We're going to try to catch him on the edge here. If Zane can get a pin block, I believe that would be perfect. Alex McDonald in motion, and we're going to pitch it behind him, and he picks up a great block, and that's to the edge, touchdown. Alex, great block, my man. I would love to run it here. It's 3rd and 8, but I believe we're in 4-down territory, so I am going to run it, and that's a great block, and that's a first down, and we almost broke that one for a touchdown. Jaden Gilbert is having himself a game. A lot of stuff going on. Have not seen the field in a while. We are up 7-0. Don't know what stats are looking like, but we're just going to hit Zane here on this under, and he's going to make a juke. He's going to get to the outside, and that's going to be a first down. Bo Brungard only has 81 yards and 1 interception. I don't know what the AI is doing when Bo is on the field. 3rd and 7. It looks like we're really adamant about throwing a screen, so I guess we're going to be throwing a screen. We're going to go to the boundary side here. And there we go. We got a guy out in front. That's a pancake if I've ever seen one. Deshaun Watley gets a first down, and that's a beautiful play call. I see why we were so adamant about running a screen. Coach is really trying to keep the ball on the ground here. I don't really know what's going on through the air. Well, this makes more sense. We're all the way down to the 7-yard line just about, and we're going to cut this one right up, and that's Jaden Gilbert with a touchdown. Beautiful play, and that gives us a lead in the 4th quarter. Here we go, our first defensive portion of the game. We're going to need to stop. We're going to go 2-man, and I'm going to set these safeties low. I'm not too concerned about over the top. They're trying to find something quick, and I should have been concerned about over the top because we just got fried. That is not good. We're going to run this little sim pressure here. We're going to pretend like it's base. We're going to drop the end, and we're going to have Mike Wells rushing across the right side. Short motion in. Looks like they're going to do a triple option of sorts, and we're going to blow that play up right at the line of scrimmage. We're going to scoot everybody over to the left here, and they are going to throw that out there, and that is going to be a missed tackle by Raleigh Collins, but he gets pushed out of bounds. We are actually going to bring our DBs down here because they should be in bail technique, and we're going to pinch the D-line and the linebackers. We're going to try to make sure no interior rush gets by us. And they do hand it off, and actually they crease us, and a spin move is going to give them a first down. We have to tackle better. But now they're down in the goal line. Actually, I'm going to send a blitz at them. I think we need to get more pressure on this quarterback. And this should be a little option throw out here, and they get it, and they get the touchdown. We have a minute 20. 2-minute drill to go ahead and win the game. And let's see what coach wants for us. And we're going to start off with the same play, the level sales that we started the game off with. We're going to try to burn them out here in the flat, and we do. And Deshaun Watley's going to pick up a great gain. We have all 3 timeouts, and there's no runoff, so there's no rush to be throwing the ball a ton. We're going to run it up the middle here. All we need is a field goal, a little inside zone, and that's blocked beautifully. And that's a pancake, and we are all the way up to the 50. That was some incredible run blocking. Here we go. I think we're going to rush it again. We got the first down. It's clearly working for us. That's a great block out there on the outside. And we are up 12 rushes, 88 yards. Perfect. I think we're going to run it one more time. To here Mills comes in. They can't seem to stop the rush, so we're going to keep doing it. And we pick up a nasty 6 yards. 40 seconds left. I think I'm going to take my first time out here. And we are going to try to get a quick little pass off. I don't know, we're on inches. Let's see what coach wants to do. I think this verticals with the drag is perfect. And I think if we can leverage them here to the flat, I think we're looking for Watley to the flat, to the over by Dorian. And we have Watley now, and that's a first down. He drops it. He dropped the pass. And coach wants to go for it. And I'm wondering if we should rush this football. And I think we will. I think we're going to go ISO right up the middle. I think we're going to run behind our 2 tight ends. We're going to run behind the center of the line that's been dominating. And there we go. First down. We're moving the chains. I believe Ohio calls a timeout. And now we can simply try to run down the clock a little bit. I don't know how much kick power they gave Andrew in this game, but hopefully it's a little bit more than I'm thinking. And Tahir Mills is going to get up there, and he's going to pick up 9 yards. And I think 1 or 2 rushes, and actually we can let this clock run down here, and we can call a timeout. 42 yards. I'd actually like to run one more play. I would like to not burn off the clock because we could call a timeout, but a juke by Tahir, and that is a way easier field goal than the one we just had. So I'm really glad I moved the ball up here. We don't even need to aim it. We just got a straight shot, and that's money and money. And that is ball game slow motion for dramatic effect. I didn't even know they did that in Dynasty. Andrew Listafka seals the game there, and that is a win for the Penguins. Potentially not the greatest stats. We can check out them here. We're going to go by player stats, and we're going to go... Bo had 11 completions on 18 attempts for 139 yards and 1 interception. Not exactly what we were looking for. Jaden Gilbert rushing the ball like a madman. He had 88 yards and 2 touchdowns, 4 broken tackles, and he had 53 yards after catch. Tahir Mills had himself a good day too, and Deshaun Watley. Tajon Royster, the freshman, actually gets in there for a little bit. Receiving wise, it would be me. I don't know how many receptions, but it was 39 yards. Zane Kinsey with 38. Richard Dandridge led all with 41 yards. Deshaun Watley, 17. Dorian Williams only had 4 yards of receiving. Here we go. Next game up is against Buffalo at their place. They actually have a blue out for this game. We are coming in wearing all icy whites with the red Y on the helmet. Our defense needs help first. And here we go. Blue out. Kind of a sad blue out, but everybody is wearing blue. And let's get after it. I forgot about the track around the field. I'm not a big fan of stadiums with the track around the field, but that is what it is. We're going to get in here. We're going to make the tackle. It is. I don't like the way our linebacker has to cross, so I'm going to bring him back over here himself. And we're going to be playing this, and we defend it beautifully. And the quarterback is rolling out, and that is a great stop. 4th and 13. They're going to have to settle for 3 if we don't manage to block this. And we got to it! I believe that's Brandon Chambers, but their kicker picks it up. Holy, we got a blocked field goal on episode 2. That is outstanding. And it looks like we're down in the red zone. We're going to stick with the coach suggestions here. The running has looked like it's been good to us. We're 2nd in inches. I don't know why Bo is cold. Maybe it had to do with the interception last week. That's a pancake, and Jaden Gilbert is just trucking his way up to the goal line, and I believe a little zone RPO might be good here, and see if we can hit Dorian in the flat potentially. If he gets past his defender, he doesn't. The guy out leverages him. So we're going to run this ball up the middle, and Jaden Gilbert gets up to the 1 or 2 yard line, one of the two. Just because the run game has been so dominant, the stadium pulse is low. Probably a cold day in Buffalo, and I mean, that was just blocked exponentially well. And that's definitely zone, so we're going to look for this little quick crosser over the middle, and we get it. And first down, that's going to be first and goal. And I think just running it right out the middle again. Deshaun Watley back here this time. And he's going to break it back inside. And that gets shut down relatively quickly. Buffalo is taking their timeouts. So they want this ball back. I'm going to go with a little Z-spot goal line here. We're looking for Rich, the flat, then Rich. And flat's wide open. I should have taken that way earlier. That is a touchdown. Way too easy. We're going with a return mesh spot. It's going to be Alex on the motion. We're going to bump over. It looks like it might be man, and we're going to have him outflanked. And that is going to be a 0-yard game. Nice little concept here if it's man. And there we go. Alex McDonald on the reception. Stiff arm. He picks up 4. Here we go. We're back in on offense. We have a 5-point lead. They went for an onside kick. They didn't get it. This is dangerous territory. They only have 1 timeout. I really should be running this, but we're actually going to get it out to the flat, and Tahir Mills is going to throw a stiff arm, and all we need to do is need this ball game out, and that will be the ball game. Moving on to the next week. We won both games this episode. That is absolutely phenomenal. That puts us at 3-2, and that puts us at 2-1 in the MAC, or 3-1 in the MAC conference, sorry. So we're at 3-2 overall, 3-1 in the MAC conference. The team is performing well right now. These low-score games, I think our offense can be higher efficiently, but we will take 2-0 on this episode any day of the week. Thank you guys for watching. Also, thank you for 5,000 subscribers. We hit this today on the day of recording, and if you are still enjoying this series, please let me know. If this episode gets over 150 views, I will post a 3rd one. Fall camp just ended. Season starts in 8 days. I'm excited. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a good day.